Hello, all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time, we went to the library, we learned some things, we got beat up pretty badly by some Pokemon down here on Route 11. I didn't mean to go through that map transfer. And I spent a lot of time complaining about Shakespeare. All in a day's work. So today we're going to be going out where the game is actually telling us to go, and that's going to be off in the direction of Route 10 over here. And we're going to start on our way towards Hokulani Observatory to do our electric type trial. I don't know if I'm going to get there in this video. I vaguely remember this route being fairly long. Am I going to go and become a professional dog walker? Oh, I'm going to become a professional dog finder. Okay. Yeah, sure. If I find any Stufful, I have 8 Stufful. So there's been at least one. I think there might have been more than one. Little quest in this game that's been kind of like that. On the last island, on Akala Island, by that Grand Resort, there was a quest where I had to take Pyukumuku and chuck him back into the water. And it seems like we're going to be doing something similar today. Oh, that's right. I don't have a repel, do I? Alright, now I have a repel. So you are... What are you? You're not an ace trainer. Those guys were light blue, right? Oh, you know what? This is the first trainer battle of the game, of the video. I'm gonna... Firefighter is what you are. I'm gonna talk through this one, as per my self-regulating tradition. Alright, so that's an artillery. And I don't think sending a water type out against a water type is really going to accomplish much. So let's go and switch someone else in. I would say that the last video kind of felt like the point where, like, an inflection in difficulty, except I don't really think it was that, as much as the fact that I have 2 Pokemon still on my team who are unevolved and extremely weak, and we're now in, like, the mid-game. So, hopefully, Foos is going to be able to actually, like, do something in some of these fights coming up. You are going to go and take half damage from Psybeam. Alright. That's not really what I was hoping was going to happen. If you use Psybeam again, I'll be... Why did I switch into the... Alright, well, Pico can U-turn on out. That's... As long as you don't use a water move. Please don't use a water move. Aurora Beam. Alright, I'll take an ice move. That works. That's not really going to do much. You know what? Out of curiosity, can I Leech Life you? How much damage is Leech Life going to do? Okay, that's like a 4-hit KO. If you use Bubble Beam, that's going to... Okay. Note to self. Bad idea. We'll keep that in mind. Strewn, as seems to be happening pretty often, you're in charge. Alright. I'm going to do a couple things after this fight. One of them is going to be to go and use Dragon Rage on you. The second is going to be... did I say after this fight? I mean, like, during this fight. I'm just gonna go jump on Bulbapedia real fast. And, what level does Horsey evolve? You'd think this would be one of those things that I know. And yet, like, I don't. Dragon Rage again. Horsey. I'm just gonna make sure that I don't accidentally, like, miss something in this fight, but it looks like this fight's over, so that's okay. Bulbapedia is taking an extremely long time to load, for some reason. Don't know what's with that. Oh, you know what? Wow, that point is completely irrelevant now. Look is evolving. I've been waiting for this for so long. Alright, so Seadra is now a member of my team, and now that we have an evolution, there's a couple things I need to do. For example, I need to go fly back to Hea City now, and I need to go and visit the Name Raider, because we are now a 2nd stage out of 3, and because of this, I'm going to need to go and change a nickname. Where does the Name Raider live again? I want to say they're in the Tourist Bureau, which is like one of these buildings. I remember checking basically every single building in the city except for the one that I actually needed to go into when I went to rename someone earlier. Anyway, you're the Name Raider. Alright, good, I remember. So, we're going to go and rename Loke. And you are going to earn your 2 word of power name, which is going to be Loke, Shift, Va. I believe spring in the Skyrim dragon language. Look, of course, is sky. That's one that I have committed to memory. All right, we're gonna go and fly back to where we were. We are done with this little side excursion, and let's see. Guess this Pokemon Center is closest to my destination. And I don't think I brought this up earlier because I was talking about like reading books in English class that suck in the last video. Do I still need to heal? I think I do. I do. There was one book that we read in 8th grade, which was The Giver, which I liked. It was a little bit, you know, dystopian if you think about it too hard, or in some ways if you even don't think about it, it was still dystopian. Especially, honestly, for a middle schooler. There's some heavy philosophical concepts in there. The author of that book, Lois Lowry, I believe, wrote another couple of books, which was Gathering Blue and I think Messenger, I think were the titles. And there's an interesting bit of I guess we'll call it world building in one of the like communities that that those 2 books were focused on, where like when you're a kid you get a name that's 1 syllable, like Matt. When you're a little bit older, you'll gain your 2nd syllable. I think the main character's name was Matt. It might have been one of the side characters. He turned into like Matty when he was older, and then when you, I don't know, become an adult, 3 syllables, Matthew son or something like that. It was I thought it was an interesting idea. I am going to refresh my repel. You know, now that I think about it, I kind of feel like I should go and reread those. I think I still have a copy of at least one of them lying around somewhere. It would be interesting to go back and reread those now that I'm no longer, like, 13, however old I was when I read those. See what I think. Anyway, oh, I ran in front of a tree, and I'm gonna be attacked. And you know what I should do? I should switch Loke out of the leadoff, because he's now evolved into the point where I want him to be. Alright. That is a new Pokemon, which is a Fearow. I have a feeling this is going to pose some problems for me. We are going to not stay in against this Fearow. I couldn't get away. I'm 5 levels stronger, and I still couldn't get away. I know Fearow is fast. This game is terrible. Why do I even play Pokemon games? Anyway, I'm kind of doing a similar thing with that, as I'm sure pretty much everyone has figured out by now, except instead of, like, human names that I'm giving these Pokemon, I'm going with Skyrim Dragon Shouts, Words of Power, which are they themselves usually generally dragon names in the Skyrim Dragon language. I think it's clever. I've enjoyed team building for this and thinking about how I'm going to put this team together. And it's not perfect. I'm not going to get all 6 members of my team in this naming convention. Oh, that was embarrassing. I was hoping to get paralyzed on Flappy Static so that I could basically guarantee that I was going to go last and make use of payback over there. This is one of those Stufful. I thought that was a Pokeball for a minute. I was about to say, what am I going to get from this? And then that was a Stufful. I'm going to keep the paralysis around just so that I can maybe possibly make use of that. I think I see another one in the grass right next to me here. We'll see if that actually works out. I'm hoping to be able to take advantage of, like, payback. Yeah, that's another Stufful. At least a couple of times on my way up Route 10 here. Let's see, are you a trainer? You are not a trainer. Okay. Let's see. Not all the, a lot of the, probably a majority of the NPCs that I've run into recently have not been trainers, even though they might or might not share a overworld model with some of the trainer classes, like that Ace trainer over there. Yeah, now I find something that Look is equipped to handle after I go and evolve and don't really care about that anymore. Anyway, that's going to be, what are we up to? 3 Stufful? This is going to be, I think, 4 Stufful out of 8, right? I feel like I didn't find any in the first section of the route. I don't know if that's because there aren't any until you get a little ways down, or because I just, like, didn't realize that they were there and ran past them. Nothing behind that rock. I might have already found one behind that rock. I'm just gonna go double back. Alright, so behind this palm tree. Yeah, I see you. Okay, that's 5 by my count. Oh, are you another one? Wow, I really wasn't really paying attention earlier in the route. So as I was saying, I'm not going to be able to you know what? Ledian is so weak as a fully evolved Pokemon. I'm just gonna go and fight this thing and catch it. Not because I really want the Ledian or because I'm not interested in catching Pokemon today, but so that I have an excuse to give Fusier some more experience. And that was Payback fully charged, and I still, like, did less than half to a Ledian, which, let me remind you, is, I think, the weakest fully evolved Pokemon in existence. Or at least it was for many, many years. I don't know if anything's beaten it out recently. So, that's going to be... should I... I can't hit you with Payback again. I might be able to switch to Strewn and paralyze you, and we'll do it that way. Alright. So Foos is gonna withdraw, Strewn is gonna go out. I'm going to probably not even notice whatever you decide to do to me. Alright, wow, that's like a 7-hit KO right there. Let's go and use Thunder Wave, increase your catch rate by 50%, and we can start chucking stuff at you. I guess I could have used the Quick Ball on the first turn. I feel like that probably wouldn't have worked still, because I think Quick Ball on the first turn is like a 4x catch rate, and Ledian is a fully evolved Pokemon, so it probably still wouldn't have been that easy, and theoretically a waste of a Quick Ball. Nest Ball, that's for bugs. That might that might work. I do like the design of Nest Balls. I like the yellow and green coloration. Alright, that didn't work. I'm gonna cut away to whenever I've actually got this thing. Alright, there we go. Ledian has been caught. I'm not quite as interested in actually seeing this thing's Pokedex info as I am in seeing how much experience I gained. That was actually not bad. 1,000 experience across 2 Pokemon for a wild encounter. Wild Pokemon don't, in this generation, still have the nerf to the experience they yield, do they? I don't think they do. Anyway, now that we've done that, I'm gonna just match my way through this, and we are going to return to where we were after I go and possibly do some healing. Alright, so that is... Are you gonna tell me, by the way, how many Stufful I still need to catch? 6 of them to come back? Alright, so I still need 2. Definitely, certainly, if I find them, I will go and... Oh, that's 1. Alright, so I must be pretty close to the end. Because that's 7, and I ran past 3 on the initial pass, and definitely was worth doubling back to check. Let's see, I think past this policeman is about where I was. Yes, please. And can I find... Alright, Team Skull is being a bunch of weirdos, which is pretty normal for them. Then again, if they were being normal, would that really make them weirdos? My head hurts. What? You never see someone take a bus stop to go before? They're stealing the bus stop itself? I assume they were just dancing. You're trying to steal our bus stop. Best go find your own, you heard? I love these guys. I will gain experience on Foos. It is gonna happen. I don't care how embarrassing these farts are gonna be and how many items I have to spam. I will gain experience on Foos. Admittedly, the whole let's stay paralyzed so that I can go slower than things and make use of payback idea was pretty stupid, especially considering that, like, Foos is slower than basically everything in the game at this point. Anyway, think about the bus drivers. If we take this bus stop, they can all chill. Yeah, that checks out. That's definitely what's gonna happen if you take the bus. I can't. I'm sorry. So there's just something about the world of Pokemon that makes the, like, over-the-top, stupid, ridiculous antagonist just that much more endearing than the, like, dark and brooding, I'm gonna destroy the universe, like, Team Galactic Cyrus type villains. I love these guys. I never want this to end. Alright, I'm over this. Back to living large at the mansion. Alright, you guys can go and forget your bus stop behind and leave it with me, I guess. Alright. That's great. Kukui! What's going on? Some Team Skullpunks just ran past me in the other direction, yeah? I wish they'd stop challenging the League instead of getting up to no good. I wish they'd start challenging the League instead of getting up to no good all the time. The what? You'll find out soon enough. Just you wait, cousin. But first things first, if you head up Mount Hokulani, we should take the bus. It'll blast us up there to the top. Yeah, it's quick as Sky Uppercut. Alright, so it actually didn't take quite as long to get down Route 10 as I thought it was going to, although Route 10 was shorter. I forgot that the route, it was not the entirety of the route up to the top. There is more. There is also more Stufful, which I have not yet to find, and I'd really like to do that, because there's just one more, and the lack of Stufful is bothering me. It's not like hiding behind the sign is here. No. I've got places to go and Stufful to find. Let's see. A couple of them were hiding, like, behind stuff. I think I'm good on that, at least for now. A couple of them were hiding behind things, so that you had to, like, you could only see them if you walked off to the side. And I feel like there was also at least one or two just in the tall grass. But I don't think the game would be likely to hide two, like, right next to each other. Is kind of the thing here. No! Not this again. I thought it was kind of annoying in Gens 5 and 6 when this happened, and I'm really not super thrilled that they decided to bring it back for this one. But where is that last Stufful? This is going to drive me crazy. Oh, you are kidding me. Right, that's great, but like, where's the thing? I didn't find all of them already, did I? Yeah, I only found 7. There's one outstanding. Skarmory. Alright, you know what? Not gonna use this thing, but just because it is a Skarmory, and because these things are quite good. Let me just go and catch this one too, so probably use a heal after this. Also a level. I am this close to a level, and that will make sure that I stop getting into random encounters with, like, level 29s, which would be pretty great. We're gonna go not take a lot of damage from that. Good. Let me go do the paralysis thing, and also use Dragon Rage to cut through your massive physical defense. Alright, you're at like 10% paralyzed, we got an Ultra Ball, and theoretically I could hit you with an extreme speed again, and it probably wouldn't kill you, but I don't want to take the risk, and I think I should probably be able to do it. Nope. Not able to do it from here. You're paralyzed at least, so you're not going to waste any of my health. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, there we go. Skarmory has been caught. 10% health, paralyzed. Theoretically, I could have gotten another extreme speed in without killing it, but I didn't really want to take that chance. Foos is going to grow to level 30. Thank you. Going to be able to cut out some random encounters there. Your data is going to be added to the Pokedex, and honestly, should I just add you to my team so that I can have, like, a meat shield that isn't level 6? I'm considering it. Alright. You're not, like, a member of my team. I'm not going to nickname you or anything, but in case I do need a meat shield, Skarmory wouldn't be a terrible one with your, nonsensically high physical defense. So let's swap out the Mime Jr., who's still passed out in the back over there. And where is that last Stufful? Alright, Pinecow, you might or might not have taken down several of my teammates, but you know what? I don't care. We're gonna go and check a nest ball at you. Alright. Very nice. I have a Pinecone and a ball. I don't know what that's gonna accomplish, but we're gonna run around with this thing anyway. Actually, we're not. We're gonna send you to the PC like pretty much everyone else. Alright. I really want to know where Stufful is. Oh, wait, really? I got to the point where I was running around hitting A in random places. I did not see it behind that sign. So again, the game does seem to like to hide stuff behind, no, not now. The game does seem to like to hide these guys behind things so that I can't see them head on. I have to, like, go use my peripheral vision a little bit, but... Alright. Yeah, that was a pain. Please never make me do that again. Make sure to keep a leash on these things from now on. A muscle band. Alright, that is a training item, I believe. That is going to affect effort value allotment. And 15,000 Pokédollars. Alright, that's a lot. So I think I'm going to go back to the Pokemon Center to heal, because I really need it. And I'm going to end this off. So my name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. This video might end up being a little bit on the short side. It's going to be kind of hard to tell, hard to predict how long this is going to be because of the amount of time I wasted running around looking for Stufful. But in any case, next time we're gonna climb Mount Hokulani for real. We should definitely probably get to the observatory in that video. I don't think there's, like... It's a bit of a long road, but I don't think it's that long. Anyway, you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.